probably wouldn't, but it's cool to see a big name like that, stick around and continue to build a program.
What do you think are reasonable expectations for both Florida and Miami coming into this game?
Yeah, so it's going to probably start off a little slow, right? I know that everybody's ever seen. There will be some moments of, look, these guys haven't played in forever. This is a week early. It's a week 0 game, which we love as fans. But from the standpoint of getting ready, there could be, some things like that to look out for. I really do think, though, whichever team does kind of figure it out early on in this game will have probably an edge even more than what you would see later on in the season, because they're just going to be able to get off to that jump start. And I'm pumped to see what Jaron Williams does. I love the fact that Manny Diaz said, you know what, I'm going to name this guy my starting quarterback even a couple of weeks before the game, and this is who we're going with. And I just think on both sides there's so much to be excited about. And look, it may be kind of an ugly game at times, but we get college football back, and so I'm all for that.
So 150th season here for college football. What is your matchup that you're looking forward to in the SEC?
Oh, there's so many good ones. I would say that, when you kind of look at this entire year as a whole and just teams that could end up really factoring in at the end, it's got to be the SEC championship. And I hate to say that because there's so much to be said about the regular season and how much it matters. But in this college football playoff era, whoever makes it to that SEC championship, you've got to think is at least in the mix for the college football playoff. History has shown that that's certainly been the truth. So in this college football's 150th season, I think we're kind of in for a crazy roller coaster ride where there will be a lot more teams that could factor into the national picture. But if we're talking about specifically in the SEC, I would say the championship game, which right now I'm predicting is Alabama and Georgia. And I wish I could say it was somebody else, but unfortunately, when you look at the numbers and look at the teams, that's where we're at.
We've heard a lot about Alabama, Georgia, Florida, LSU. Is there a team or teams that you think, oh, maybe they could surprise some people and finish a little higher up than predicted?
Yeah, if we're talking in the SEC, I would say Missouri probably getting enough love. You look at what Barry Odom has done there, and I think in this crazy world of transfers and the transfer portal, even with the NCAA bowl ban that came down, which of course they are appealing, they had no transfers. That's almost unheard of. I mean, people are transferring for anything, and I don't even think it's been given enough credit to Barry Odom that he kept all those guys in the fold. Kelly Bryant at quarterback deciding to stay there. Look, Kelly Bryant is a really good quarterback. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the country, and just because Trevor Lawrence, who's an all-world quarterback, beat him out doesn't mean that he's not incredibly talented. I like what they do offensively. I think their defense will be great. So I would point to Missouri as a team we should be giving more love to.
Should college football do this every year with, you guys are almost doing a mini national championship mega cast style thing. It seems as though maybe it should be the new norm of one monster game to start week 0.
I'm all for it. And look, you've got to get the teams to agree to do it, but I think, Florida and Miami both see the advantages here. It's a great stage for recruiting. Everybody's going to be flipping on the channel to see this game, and we hope they'll flip on the channel too to see SEC Nation on SEC Network beforehand for 2 hours. But when you look at just the pageantry that goes into college football and knowing that we can start that a week earlier, why not? So I do think we'll see some teams want to do that, but you've got to, you got to see it pay off. And what I really do believe is whoever wins this game, and maybe some people are sleeping on Miami because it seems like the expectations are much higher for Florida, but whoever wins this game, we will be pointing back to this game as, hey, this team beat that team a week before anybody else had to play, and that factors in and should factor in a world now where every single week matters in college football.
As sort of in-state teams, who would you say among all the Florida teams might have the best Heisman chance of any of those players?
That's a great question. I would say as far as teams in the state of Florida, I would still look at Florida as the team that probably has the best Heisman candidate, and I would point to Felipe Franks, but also say Kadarius Toney, who is a dynamic weapon and can be used at the running back, wide receiver spot. You can kind of do all sorts of different things with him. They have so many weapons. That's almost the one disadvantage from a Heisman standpoint. He may not be, your guy that's going to be taking responsibility for every single carry, but I would put him in the mix as somebody to make a run for the Heisman. And maybe, I'm over here talking about how great Felipe Franks is. Maybe he's better than I'm talking about. Maybe we need to be, putting some attention on him as well. I would not be shocked if the way that Dan Mullen runs his system really does benefit, all of guys, and you see some big numbers put up by the offense for Florida.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you guys so much. Good to see you guys.
All good.
Thanks for being here.
All good.
That's-
Good job. Be right back, guys. Yeah, we're good.
Is that it?